Hello and welcome back to the Bishop's DTE YouTube channel. Today we're going to be continuing with our minifigures and working on Creo to create the hands. So I'm going to start by assuming you've already set your working directory, as you've had a couple of goes at these videos now. So we're going to click straight onto the part New in the top left hand corner there, and I'm going to call my file name Hands. So once I've done that, I'll click the blue OK button, so it's highlighted blue there, and that will take us to the main drawing screen within Creo. When the drawing screen opens, which it's just thinking about doing now, we're going to use the Extrude button. So remember, the Extrude button is on the ribbon at the top of the screen, just off center, so just to the left of the center of the screen there. So what will happen is my mouse will go over to the Extrude button in a second, it'll highlight it so you can see where it is, and then we're going to click on that and we're going to select the front plane. When I select the front plane this time, I'm going to actually select the plane in the model screen. I'm not going to use the model tree to the left hand side like we have used in previous videos. So we're going to show you some quicker ways of doing things. So I'm just going to click that front plane now. It's going to spin round, and the first thing I need to do is I need to create a circle. So the circles tool is on that main ribbon. I'm going to click on the circle tool now. It's just to the left of center, similar sort of location to where the Extrude button was. So we're going to click on the circle. We'll then go to the crosshairs in the center of the screen there. We're going to click once to start drawing, and then click again to finish the circle. Please remember, don't click any other times. We just want one circle, and once we've done that, we will then click the select tool. If all's good, it should now highlight pinky purple, which it has, and I'm now going to change the dimension to 25. So to change dimension, remember you just double click on it and type in the number you want, which in this case is 25. Once I'm happy with that, I will go and press on the green tick, which is on the right hand side of the ribbon at the top of the screen. Now to speed up modelling, I am going to use the middle mouse scroll wheel just to spin round so I can show you the object. So it's gone orange, so we know it's in 3D. That was me using the middle mouse button. I'm actually happy with 25, I've got no problems with that, so I'm just going to click OK. So we didn't need to do the isometric views or anything, we can just use the middle mouse button at this point. Now the next thing I want to do is put a slight chamfer on this edge. Now the chamfer is going to make it slightly cone shaped towards the edge, which just helps when you're 3D printing parts to make sure the fit's nice and tight and easy to do. So I've just clicked that bottom edge, and then where it says D times D, I'm going to change that to D1 times D2, and then I can just drag the node, and you'll see as I drag it, it's changing one of the dimensions, and we're going to set that at 20. Now if you have trouble changing the dimension, you can use the two boxes at the top and type into them, and that will also allow you to change the dimensions. So there we go, it's just moving up. So we're going to set that one to 20, and you can see that's the second of the two boxes. So it's on 22 there, we just drag it back to 20. If you're unsure, just type in 20 into the second box and it will have exactly the same effect. Once we've set that one to 20, the other one is currently set to 0.5 millimeter, which should be fine for tolerances and clearances, but we're just going to make sure we're going to set it to 1 millimeter. So you can now see how it's slightly sloping down or chamfered down towards the right hand side of the screen. When I'm happy with that, it's another press of the OK button. So we've pressed the OK button. We're now going to add another circle to the left hand side of that model that we created on the screen. So again, the Extrude button is in the center of our screen there. We will click on that, and like in previous tutorials, all we're going to do is select that front face. So I've just moved my mouse over to it, it's highlighted red, I press the tick, we're good to go. So we're going to press the circle button again, draw from the circle, and I'm just going to draw this circle slightly bigger than the grey one we've already got there. So once I'm happy, I click again, remembering not to click anywhere on the screen. I need to go and press that select button and change the dimension to 30, I believe. So we'll double click on the number and change that to 30. So there we go. So let's resize that to 30. I'm then going to press OK because I'm happy with that. And we'll do the same trick with the middle mouse button. We won't view it in isometric. We'll just use the middle mouse button to spin round so you can see what's going on with the next part of it. So we'll go to the green tick. It should then go orange. And we'll view that in 3D. So I'm just going to use the middle mouse button again, just to scroll around so you can see that the object there is in 3D. So at the moment it's defaulted to 30. I need it to be 10. So I'm just going to type in 10 and press OK. So that's the wrist of the hand made there. Now our next part, we need to make sure we're clicking on the top plane. So we're going to do another extrude, but this time on the top plane. So to do that, I'm just spinning it around so you can just see the object in front of us there. So to view it on the top plane, or to do the extrude on the top plane, we'll click extrude from the menu bar at the top. So just wait for your mouse to go up there. There we go. So it's hovering over the extrude. You can see it's highlighted blue at the moment. We're going to click once on that, and then I'm going to click the word top on the model there. So it's going to view round, and we're now looking directly down on it with that plane in the middle of the model that we have just created. Now what I'm going to do is create a circle to the to the left hand side of the model. So I'm going to go up to the circle button, click once to start drawing, and this time I want it to snap to another part of the model. So I want it to link the two parts together. So it's going to use the front face that we've just created as a reference. I'm just going to drag it across, and then it will snap any second now to that face, and you'll see it. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is draw another circle using the center of my first circle as a reference. So I click once there, and then I move my mouse out to the edge of the grey part of the model we've already drawn, and I want to select that top left hand corner. So I've just clicked on it there, little yellow dots appeared. So when I'm happy, we can press the select button, and we've now got two circles, creating a ring effect around the end of the model for the hand. All I need to do now is just go and change that center circle to 35. So to change dimension, we're just going to double click on it and enter 35. Once I'm happy with that, I will press the green tick. It's gone orange, so we know it's in 3D. I'm just going to show you using the middle mouse button what's going on. So at the moment, we're going above that work plane from the top one, and it's just acting on the right hand side of the model. So we need to change that by using the depth button on our ribbon, which is on the left hand side. So my mouse is just going to go over to it, and it's that second option there. So we just freeze on it for a second. We press that, it's now gone in both directions, and we're going to type in a distance of 30. When we're happy with that, we will press the OK button. We just spin it around so you can just see what's going on there. So I'll press the OK button, and we can get on with the next part of the modelling. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do another extrude. So we're going to click the extrude button off the ribbon at the top of the page. Remember, it's just to the left hand side of center. So we click the extrude button, and I'm clicking on that top circle there. So it spins it round in front of us. So what we're going to do now is we're going to draw a circle, and we're going to use some of the references on the screen. So I'm going to start the circle by clicking on the furthest left hand side of the circle, and then finish the circle by clicking onto the center of the previous circle there. So they're overlapping, so you can see that clearly now as it's changed to 3D. Now what I need to do now is I need to click that little arrow in the middle of the circle there. So I'm on it now. I'm going to click that, and the circle will then go below. It'll go the other side of the screen. So there we go. And then we're going to press remove material, and that's cut away the section to make the hand. Now it's a little bit sharp and pointy there, so what we will do is use the round tool. So I'm just going to spin it around so I can see the open claw of the hand now. I'm going to use the round tool, and I'm going to click on these edges. So 1, hold the control key down till I select the next one. 2, 3, and 4. And the dimension we're looking for is 5mm. So I can do that by dragging, or if you're not confident with the dragging option, remember that you can use the number just below the word settings in the left hand side of the ribbon there. So we can drag that round to 5 and press OK. Now that's the hand complete. I'm going to do one more step before we get on to making our next part. We're just going to add some colour to that, so it's pre-coloured, ready to go. So to do that, we're going to click on the word applications, which is just above the ribbon we've been working on, and you'll see the teapot under Render Studio. So I want to click on that Render Studio. It's going to load up. We then click on the word appearances, and next to library, where my mouse is now, we need to click that little arrow there, and I'm looking for plastics. So I'm going to click the arrow. I'm going to look for the word plastics, and you'll see an arrow to the left hand side of it. So we go down with the mouse to plastics, click on that arrow, and I'm looking for an injected plastic. So the mouse goes down, it clicks the arrow, we can see the options plastics injected, and you'll see I've got a yellow one there. So I click on the yellow one. I'm then going to click from the model tree the word hand, and then on the top right hand side there's a button that says OK. We're going to click that so that we're OK with everything, and the colour will be applied. So that's all we need to do with the rendering. Press close. So all that's left to do is to save your work, and that's done by the little floppy disk. So I'm just on it now. I'm going to press that once. The first time we save, we do just need to press the OK button, and that's the end of the video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like and subscribe to the Bishop's DTE YouTube channel. We'll see you again soon.